The Absence by Tony Angelo. The weight of grief hung heavily on my shoulders as I stood at the edge of the cemetery, looking out at the rows upon rows of headstones. My parents, my siblings, my child, they were all buried here, taken from me in one devastating moment. The tears would not stop falling, and I couldn't help but feel overwhelmed by the emptiness that now filled my heart. I had lost my entire family in a tragic accident, leaving me alone in the world. Their absence was felt in every corner of my life, and the pain was almost too much to bear. Grief consumed me, and I found myself drowning in the memories of our happy times together. But as I stood there, trying to find some solace in the quiet of the cemetery, something strange happened. A figure appeared in front of me, their features blurred and indistinct. I was confused at first, but as they became more solid, I recognized them as my parents. My heart raced with excitement and disbelief. Was this some sort of miracle? Were my parents really standing in front of me, alive and well? But as they came closer, I realized that something was off. Their expressions were not filled with joy at being reunited with their daughter. Instead, they were filled with a mix of sadness and guilt. "We're sorry," my mother's voice quivered, "we never wanted to leave you." My mind was reeling. What were they talking about? They died in that accident, I saw it happen. Then it hit me like a ton of bricks. The accident. The accident that took my family from me. The accident that I was supposed to be in as well, but had somehow missed. "You died," my voice was barely above a whisper as the realization dawned on me. My parents nodded, their eyes filled with regret. "It was our time, but you still had so much left to do." I was speechless, my mind struggling to come to terms with what was happening. How could I have died and not even realized it? The grief that had consumed me now turned into something else: shock, disbelief, and a strange sense of peace. My parents explained that I had been given a second chance, a chance to make things right and fulfill my potential in this world. I was still alive, and I needed to live each day to the fullest in honor of my family. As they vanished before my eyes, I was left standing in the cemetery, a mix of emotions swirling inside me. The grief and pain were still there, but now there was also a sense of hope and purpose. I walked away from that cemetery with a new outlook on life. I no longer saw it as a curse, but as a precious gift, one that my family was not fortunate enough to receive. And as I moved forward, I vowed to make the most of it, for them and for me.